So, my best friend Amy did a video on the top 5 movies that have changed her life, and she challenged me to do the same thing with books. So, let's just get this going because this was really hard. So I'm going to start with the first book of a series that almost my entire 4th grade class started reading at the exact same time, and that is The Bad Beginning, book 1 of the series of unfortunate events. I was fascinated by the language of this book, and it was the first children's series that I ever read that actually treated its readers with respect, understanding of age, and familiarity rather than contempt, a word which here means that a person is beneath consideration or worthless. Grown-up words were used in childlike sentences, and then the story goes on to explain those words without being condescending. Despite the obvious tragedy and morbid nature of the story, it was fun. It was adventurous and smart and quick-witted and strong, and a comfortable read that always left my younger self with the feeling of having completed a great adventure, which is a feeling I had only previously obtained by reading the Magic Treehouse stories in grades 1 through 3. The second book is also the first in a series. You'll see a trend here. I read a lot of series of books, and that is Alana the First Adventure. It was a story that captured my heart from the very first page. It presented little 12-year-old me with a world and a role model that would stick with me for years. I wanted to be Alana. I wanted to live in Tortal. To this day, that character, those books own a small piece of my soul. Alana took me by the hand and led me through those tough years of grades 7 and 8. She taught me that it's okay to be different, that it's okay to rail and rage at life, but never forget to hold in your hands the dreams that you hold closest to your heart, and with determination and strength you can accomplish anything that you set your mind to. Now, Alana may have led me to the end of grade 8, but it was Stargirl who pushed me through the majority of grade 9. Set in the ever-terrifying world of grade 11, Stargirl is a story that teaches you how to laugh, to care, to listen, to love, and to enjoy. Stargirl herself is an eccentric character that comes in as the new girl in school, having been homeschooled originally, and is initially welcomed as an amusing and wonderful curiosity until the feelings of the school start to turn against her. She becomes the focus of great disdain. I went into high school with no ties, like 0 friends to sit with me at lunch or wander to school, but that also meant that there were 0 people in that school that cared, that actually knew me as the shy girl that I was in elementary school. I had a chance for a fresh start and to actually be who I wanted to be, rather than the boxed person that I became in elementary school. And Stargirl was one of the many books that taught me that being different is absolutely okay. Because no matter how different you are from everybody else, that's what makes you special. And there will always be someone around who respects that and is different and still weird in their own right. So the next book sparked the writing fires in me. It inspired me to create and build an escape reality in more ways than just reading. Set in a world of magic and kings and knights and thieves that will steal your heart and never give it back, Dawn of Prophecy glowed as bright as the orb of Alder, and how absolutely wonderful it was. Book first in a series of 5, or in a larger double series of 10, was my first taste of high fantasy, a taste that I have not lost to this day. I knew I had to start building worlds of my own. I had to create my own ensemble of lovable characters, my own maps of treacherous lands and fearsome beasts, my own world to escape to and call my own. I lived in awe of Polgara the Sorceress, and often wished with all of my heart that she could be real, and I still, to this day, hold a massive crush on the character of Silk. Dawn of Prophecy, the entire Belgariad, or the sequel series, the Malorian, every time I read them it's like putting on a comfortable sweater. It's familiar, and it's welcoming, and it's warm, and everything about that series it reminds me of why I write what I do. I had a really hard time deciding what the 5th book would be because there are so many I haven't mentioned that mean so much to me and changed me in some way, but I think I'm going to have to go with The Night Circus. Simply because this book actually ties in with the filmmaking side of me. Never before have I read a book and been so inspired to make something out of it as I was when I finished reading The Night Circus. But this story was so rich in wonder and magic and curiosity that my fingers just itch to make it into something that I can actually touch and work with. And oh, I want it to be a web series or a movie so bad. It's a world bathed in black and white and shaded in red, and it has an iron grip on my heart, and it always will. Maybe someday I will make something out of it. So yeah, that's my list of 5 books that changed me in some way or inspired me or whatever. It's a list of 5 books. Honorable mentions too: The Great Good Thing, The Golden Compass, The Chrysalids, Inkheart, Here There Be Dragons, The Druid's Tune, Wizard's First Rule, Map of Bones, Firebringer, and so many more. I wish I had time to talk about all these books, but I don't.